delighted sitting down with Niamh, one of the finalists today. Your business is BKultured. Did you enjoy that?
Yes, it was an amazing experience, and thank you to Bradley, because the platform that you gave all of us is incredible, and to be able to speak in front of a crowd and also to speak in front of such established business and food entrepreneurs within Ireland is great.
You're very welcome. What did you learn from today? What, by watching the others and just being generally here?
It's very interesting always to learn another food or drink business's growth story.
Yes.
And also like learning their accesses to different routes to market, or even just problems that they've had, because you learn slowly that everyone has the same problems, and sometimes you feel isolated in your problems. So I think the networking opportunity has been amazing, just even within the businesses that were part of the...
asking a silly question, and not being judged on it, It's very interesting. So tell me, you've obviously got a very strong product, but are you enjoying being a food entrepreneur? Does it get you out of bed in the morning?
I love it, and I suppose that's why I've continued. So I mentioned in my presentation that I started with Niamh's Larder, which is a mobile food business, and what I love is just actually the people part of it. So I love actually bringing food that is enjoyable to the people, and that's what gets me out of bed in the morning, is seeing that food can be very enjoyable and good for you.
You mentioned you're a graduate of Ballymaloe.
Yes.
What motivated you to go there initially? Had you been doing food before, or did you just suddenly take a left turn and go and do it?
Well, I've always been interested in food business, but the more commercial side of it, so sales, marketing, which I actually worked in previously. But I suppose I actually grew up 10 minutes away from Ballymaloe. So it was always a thing that was in the back of my mind that I'd love to do. And about 3 years ago, I finally had enough time and enough money to do it. So I just jumped in,
And what did you learn about yourself doing the Ballymaloe course?
What I learned was that I was actually could be creative with food. I suppose I always thought that I had the commercial brain and didn't necessarily know that I had the creative element in me in food. And that was a massive learning for me. And also realising how passionate I am about food produced in Ireland.
Very good. So my sense is if we were sitting here in a few years' time, we'd be talking about another product. Would that be fair?
That would be the hope, yes, definitely.
So you're full of ideas.
Yes, and as I said in my presentation, this is only the beginning. And we're only starting in this story, and I suppose the category that we're in as well is just only really peaking. Yes. So within that space we have so much to grow.
Yeah. So finally, if you were giving some advice to somebody who's thinking of starting a food business, what would you tell them to do?
I would say speak to people who are in the industry and speak to fellow entrepreneurs, because I think that's where I learned the most, was from people who are doing what I'm doing.
Very good. Listen, congratulations on being a finalist.
Thank you.
Continued success with BKultured. And I love the taste of it. I'm new to this whole space, so it was great. And do stay in touch.
Yes.
If any way we can help you, just knock on our door.
Thank you, Andrew.